needs to know is a large group. There's no touching of the formations. You must not touch the calcite. By all means, have a look, and you can take photos. Like jewels, and we think it looks a little bit like something else. So, any ideas?
Cauliflowers, coral reef.
Coral, yeah, a bit like.
A dolene or a collapsed cavern. So it did have a roof on it at some point in history. So if we were standing here, our guesstimate's about 600 years ago.
She never had hands.
Yes.
Wow, it's so much bigger than here.
So it's probably the prettiest of the caves in the southwest, I think. It is also the smallest of the caves, so we will stop in a couple of places along the way to have a look at some really nice formations. Or we'll didn't have any of these platforms, so you used to wade through the water as well. Apparently it was about chest height back then as well. So just to give us a bit of an idea of what it was like. Rips created a divot, and those splashes come down, and those splashes land in these pools and then crystallise on the outside, making them that little bit deeper.
How good is that? Sorry. Okay, I'm used to this.
That's alright.
It's really fascinating. I'll show you a good photo
So it's into the ground, then into an underground stream. The underground stream then very slowly makes its way to the cave. On the outside, it surfaces, joins a couple of little streams in and a swamp, and that actually feeds the cave here. So 3 months of thing. We all see something different. Right here in front of us, we have a formation that has been named the upside down ice cream cone.
crystals. So there is tens of thousands of crystals in this cave. They're really, really pretty and they're very slow growing. So they take 100 to 200 years to grow just 1 centimetre. So, and if you get a droplet on you, it's a cave blessing. So hopefully someone gets one of those. But it's also a really special cave culturally. So you guys would have noticed the name Ngilgi. So the first G is silent, and Ngilgi is actually the name of a good ocean spirit that the local Wardandi people believe in. So the story of the cave, if you guys didn't get a chance to read it on the signs there, is that originally it opened out to the ocean. So the ocean's about 2 k's away. So this cave was massive. And this big ocean entrance, a river flowed out of the cave with fresh water. So that's where the Wardandi people got their water. It's where the bush animals did, and it's where a lot of bush tucker grew. So this was a really good place for them to live nearby. But one day an evil spirit named Ngilgi moved in and he dried up the river. So that put them in a lot of trouble, put the bush in a lot of trouble. And Ngilgi was watching on from the ocean and she wasn't happy. She didn't want to see her people struggling. So she rallied together the spirits of the thunder, the lightning, the wind, the rain, the waves, created the biggest storm Yellingup's ever seen. Those waves washed into the cave and forced Ngilgi all the way to the back. And he was terrified. He thought he was going to drown and he begged Ngilgi for mercy. And she said, you can leave with your life as long as you never come back. So he didn't waste any time. He burst out the ceiling of the cave in terror. And that's actually the entry that we go through today. And in the big...
Stand it.